So this is our little well house in the backyard. This well provides water to my house and my daddy's house. And I really wanted to do a good job on this video, replacing the well pump. But there's a couple things that kept me from doing that. We have flash flood warnings all over the area. It's about to come a storm, so if we don't hurry, we're going to get wet. And we've got 3 women and 4 children that's tired of running out in the woods and using kudzu leaves. So really I was pressed for time and I was trying to get this done quickly. After I turn off the power, I disconnect the wires to the pressure switch. I have 2 pair of these pipe cutters, and one of them isn't any good, but it never fails. Every time I reach in the box and grab a pair, I get the wrong ones that don't work. And I don't know why I keep putting the broke ones back in the box. Maybe it's kind of like when you grab an ink pen that doesn't write, you just throw it back in the cup and grab another one that does. But this is the last time I use these cutters. And it really just goes to show the difference it makes when you have good tools versus bad tools, or the right tool for the job. So after I fought with them trying to cut that pipe, I guess I thought in my head, this time, they'll get better this time. But they just never do. So I'm about to have enough of these things. This is 1-inch pipe. I thought it was 3/4. When I was younger, a man came out to the house and pulled this well pump out. He had some kind of a car rim welded up to an A-frame that he drug the pipe over, and him and his buddy just pulled it out together. Well, I thought, I don't do this for a living, and I'm only going to pull this once, so I'm not going to build nothing fancy to try to get this pump out of here. I'll just pull it out the old-fashioned way. Well, little did I know, this thing is heavy. And I consider myself to be in pretty good shape. But it would never end. I kept pulling and pulling and pulling. And finally, I had to take a break. And I don't mean just one break. I had to take several breaks. I don't know who cut this pipe off when they got finished drilling this well, but I think they done it with their eyes closed. It's all jagged and cut up, the edges are razor sharp, so I can't let the wires and the pipe drag across it as I'm pulling, so I'm having to hold it out in the middle and then lift up. Take a break. Alright, you ready? pouring out of it somewhere. So knowing what I know now, I think I would have made me the little A-frame that man had, and I would have tied my lawnmower to this thing and pulled it out like that. This is ridiculous. Alright, so I'm not sure exactly how deep the well is, but the pipe is 90 foot long. Proudly made in May of 1994. It's been in there for a pretty good while. So if you've ever tried to press these pipes on these barb fittings, it can be kind of tough. Sometimes you can heat them up a little bit with a heat gun or a torch or cigarette lighter or something, and they'll press on a lot easier. Or normally I will spray them with WD-40, just depending on what's in them. But since this is our drinking water, I just use a little soapy water to spray on there to help lube it up. So I'm still having to hold it off the side of the pipe to keep the wires from rubbing and getting cut in two. But I gotta say, putting it back in is a lot easier than taking it out. After I strip the wires back, I go ahead and add stake-ons to the end of my wires. They will help provide a much better connection. Any electrician knows it is aggravating to try to get braided wires under a screw. They always seem to fray out the sides a little bit. The water is muddy at first, but it clears up after it runs for a minute. Oh yeah, that looks much better. Thank you all so much for watching here at the house.